Okay, this is just a custom battle to make sure all the controls are working, because I just had a couple of program crashes, so they might not all be working.
of grace is Jesus my Redeemer. There is no
what I'm doing is I'm just noticing that there's like a flashing. It's only when I face roughly the direction of the sun. And I think it's supposed to replicate that thing you get when you look in that direction. You can get like that haziness in your eyes where the sun is like overcoming what you're trying to look at. I think it's replicating that, or trying to, but it's just doing it by itself. In fact, it might even be affected by track IR. If I look down, yeah, it's the view. If I look further up, what happens there? Look at that, that becomes much more noticeable. I think it's to do with like the sun getting in your eyes. Because facing the opposite direction, it doesn't happen. And facing to the side, it doesn't happen. So there have been updates in War Thunder, so I thought I'd better get in and check that out. It just occurred to me that there have been these updates. Get in and check that out before getting to battle with Blacksaw and Undead, assuming Undead gets there. Right, so that guy's got to be one of our guys attacking their ground units. Gotta be, but he's not. Don't know where he was going around that area for. I've got my engine, of course. I could walk away from that. There's a difference between a crash and a crash landing, and that came up as a crash landing, but I don't get any points for it, I don't think, in any kind of battle. I'll go again. Wonder if I should take a Hurricane with rockets or whether to stick to the fighter. Committed to the fighter now, That flashing is where the sun is getting noise. It's got to be.
be ours. A little more effort and victory will be ours.
Okay, so Lexor has just said that he wants to go to DCS tonight because he's got something to do with some War Thunder files, and if he updates War Thunder, which there is an update, there's a danger that it prevents him from doing what he wants to do. So I think I'm going to go straight to DCS now. So I will lose comms for a short time while I swap from War Thunder to DCS. We might do the bomber mission, who knows, that I did a bit earlier. That was quite good fun. So maybe we can do that. I'm not sure if we can get to us. Not sure if we can both go in and do that. We'll see. Right, dropping War Thunder. But I don't think I have two people. I can't get two. It's got to be on a server for us both to get into it. It's not like War Thunder. So maybe Lexor would want to make it into a server. I don't know.
Hey Bill.
Hello, Undead. I'm I'm just looking at the idea of this bomber mission in DCS. I did it earlier and it was quite good fun, got to say. But it needs to be on a server really, so that we can get more than one of us on it. The first task in this is to work out exactly where you've got to get to take off. It's not that difficult, it's just it's further along than I realised. I think the time I did it a while back I took off from the wrong point. It doesn't really matter. You just have to form up with the other aircraft that are the bombers, and it's got a fighter escort. A Fly Taylor and Charlie is what they're calling it. So if we can't get someone else, that gives the impression you can get someone else, but it's not a server, is it? So I don't see that someone else can come in on this mission with me. Not like with War Thunder when you do missions and you can invite people in. I might let it catch up before I click fly, because I've got to do certain things and I've got to start the engine and then taxi to the left. I'm not sure if my track IR has just stopped. It's very true. It's a bit like landing, isn't it? If you can walk away from it, it's a great landing. During wartime anyway. Right, well, I've just clicked on fly. We'll see how quickly it gets me there. The lighting looks different.
My rule is, it doesn't matter how you get in the air as long as you get there. Exactly, LL.
Using the F10 comms menu, select AI Wingman if you wish to fly in single player mode.
And what if I don't wish to play in single player mode? I'm going to do flight and see what happens. Okay. Oh, it's a bit slow. I'm clicking on satellite view and it's thinking about it. It's not going to satellite view, though my activity light is still buzzing a bit. Oh, come on, we're going to miss the bus. Oh, okay, let's just come out of that. Well, it's a bit jerky and jolty on the track IR. I don't know why that should be. Okay, let's start up.
Clear, prop.
Jogs away, sir.
Uzi 1-1. Request takeoff.
Happy to see you in the Spitz, sir.
Hi, Gaz. Yeah, it's good to be here. I'm doing the bomber mission in DCS, the cover the bombers. So hang on, let me just check if I've done anything. I think I'm good to go. Okay.
I think you forgot about trimming there, sir.
No, I'm trimmed it up. It's just one division of nose up for my trim. Oops, gone the wrong way. So they're just below Herne Bay on the north coast of Kent.
Red leader calling. Red section is formed up with the heavies at RV1. Red leader out. So just reaching Angel 6, but they probably climbed a bit since then. I did actually engage a 190.
Just a second, sir, I'll be right back.
Roger that, guys. Yeah, I did engage a 190 in the previous mission doing this, and he went down eventually. I didn't see him go down, but he went down eventually. And I landed, so the mission was completed. Landed at the right place is the point. No, the 190 last time, when I did this earlier tonight, they came in sort of from the left, so I'm not sure where they're taking off from. And of course we were close to the French coast at that time. I'd like to think we can get more than one person in on this, even though it's not on a separate server. Imagine, maybe you have to put in the name of the individual or something and then they can join. I really don't know.
I can't say no for Watermelon's grinning face.
You can't say no for water. What, so you were sitting there watching this and then mum or dad or someone has said, here, do you want some watermelon? So you've had to drop the game to come and watch, to go and get some, I mean. Stop watching to get some.
That's why I left there to go eat some.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I like the Galia melons, they're nice. Very sweet sometimes. When we get them in France, they are way different. We can get exactly the same thing here, and they're not the same. Not by any means. The ones that we used to get in France, beautiful.
I don't know if Spitfires escorted bombers in real life, did they?
Visual. You stay with the main formation. I'll engage Jerry.
I don't know. I imagine it could easily have been Hurricanes that escorted. Lost him. Saw a red dot and lost him. It's going juddery again.
Naval leader calling. 1 minute to target. Tighten up the formation. Naval out.
It's as if a cache is filling up or something and it can't handle it anymore. This is not good for doing dogfights on it.
like aircraft, and DCS can take more punishment than War Thunder.
Ammo again. I'm rubbish. I'm rubbish. I just can't seem to hold it steadily on him. Got to land at Hawkins now.
Do you have ammo indicators in the cockpit, sir?
No, you don't. You get about 15 seconds of trigger pull and that's it. You have to kind of gauge, hopefully, in your own mind, how much you've got. No, it would have been nice to have ammo counters, but there we go. So now I've got to land at Hawkins. I mean 190 of course. I can walk away from that. But look, I left my canopy closed. I was supposed to open that. Good enough. I don't know if we completed the mission or not. It told me last time, so because I landed at Hawkins, it told me that we'd completed the mission. It was successful. Maybe that's because I was leader. Don't talk to other people that are not leaders, maybe. Laxor did say you wanted to start in DCS perhaps, or perhaps only DCS, because he's got stuff to do in War Thunder and he doesn't want to take an update because it'll mess up the thing that he's doing for War Thunder. So I'm not sure if he's around. What's the time? I'd expect him to be around by now. I suppose I should go into Discord. That'll tell me, wouldn't it? That's a clever idea. I'm not sure if I clicked it, so I don't know if it's out there. Perhaps I didn't. Because I was on my own, I didn't even think to open Discord. Okay, I'm on Discord now anyway. Nice flames licking out the exhaust ports.
So if you move the mouse to edge of the monitor, does it appear in the next one, sir?
Yeah, yes, it does. But I've got 3 monitors, so it can get confusing because if I'm on the top left monitor, so I've got 1 in front and 2 to one side, 1 above the other, and they count. The main monitor is 1 in front of me, then to the left it's 2, and above is 3. So if I'm on a 3rd monitor, you can't go directly from 3 to 1. You have to go down through 2 and across to the right to 1. Yeah, so if you actually, if you want to jump into his master's voice, that might be easier than putting messages on here. It's a pity it didn't mention about the mission, the fact that we completed it, and obviously I didn't get that kill. Oh look, I'm sure I didn't. I didn't see a message for it. No, see, I'm getting hits, but not good enough to kill it. It didn't go down. I find the flames coming out those exhaust ports a fraction mesmerising, rather nice. Like the flames of any fire, I suppose. Flames of a fire are nice, relaxing, mesmerising. I'll Skype Laxtor to let him know that I'm in DCS right now, just in case he needs to know.
I am turning in, sir, same as last night because of the exam tomorrow, so have a nice flight, sir. I'll do my best to join you tomorrow night.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, and quite right. You're doing it absolutely right there. The exams are, you know, a kind of a one-off. This you can do any time in the future, but the exams are important. So, and I wish you best of luck with those. Maybe catch you tomorrow. Take care. Take care then.
Take care, sir. Thank you.
Good night. Sleep well. I'm just looking at the grass here, and I really feel that War Thunder has got probably the best graphics in that sense, because these blades of grass do look a bit like the thickness and size of daffodils leaves, don't they? But they don't get blown about by the engine as they do in War Thunder. So now it gives me the satellite view that I wanted earlier on. And actually I'm going to leave this sitting in like this. It's probably a good time to take a little break, leaving my spit visible.
calling, E for easy, is in a bad way and limping home. Red leader answering. Blue leader, escort your chick to Manston. They're expecting her. Over. Will go, red leader.
Okay, to my apparent viewer, Laxor is getting started up. It's not a quick process. He's not on Discord yet, but you'll hear him when he gets there. I think we're staying in DCS though. So in the meantime, I've been doing other things like taking a picture of something to send to someone.
Check 1, 2. Yep, sorry about that. I'm a bit sidetracked. Right. Right, okay. No, I don't think you can pull someone in like you could War Thunder. Yeah. Mm. It's unless it creates a server as a thing of doing it, or it will then tell you set a server.
I just noticed, evening undead.
Hello, gentlemen.
I wouldn't go that far.
Now that I actually have power.
Yes.
What, you lost power, like mains power?
Yeah, like they turn our power off because there's too much something. I don't know what the problem is. It's always an excuse, but basically we have pre-planned power outages.
What, constantly?
Well, so far it's been about the past, or this whole week, it's been constant.
Oh, right.
Like they've got like a whole schedule set out, so it's like 2.5 hours.
Is that maybe because they're doing work on the system and they have to take part of the system out so they can work on it? So that it's not too big
to be
a
honest, I
load?
don't know. It happened for years. It's been happening for years, like
Oh,
just
right.
not as consistently. It's one of the wonderful perks of living in Africa, I guess.
Take it as a perk. By the way, I've got to ask, is my voice sounding, apart from the fact that it sounds fluffy and woolly, because that's just what happens sometimes, probably I need something to pour down my neck, but it doesn't sound like multiple voices. I feel as though I'm hearing myself through a chorus, like a pedal that you put a guitar through.
No, it's clean signal.
Oh, okay, well, that's good. It's probably just on my system. If it is different,
Yeah.
it's just on my system. Somehow I'm getting me sort of twice, but out of phase, so that it sounds like a chorus pedal that you put a guitar through.
Yeah. Mm.
It's not terribly like that, and it's not like when you get a delay and it's almost impossible to speak over it. It's not that. It just sounded a bit odd. It caught me out tonight.
Yes, I'm doing DCS. I want to try and preserve the version number of War Thunder for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll be doing War Thunder tomorrow night or not.
Okay, that's no
Given
worries.
that I need to be sat at my machine to try and do stuff.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, that's all right.
So it depends what I do. It depends if you think that you want to put in some time on War Thunder or 2020 or something tomorrow. Then I can always I can either do DCS again, or if I'm feeling it's a little bit too samey for the stream.
I think DCS.
I can do something else.
DCS is excellent, obviously, because it's a proper flight sim. But I think from the viewer point of view, it's less exciting, isn't it? It's great for us because we're the ones that are doing the flying. But for the viewer, it depends on what you want to do, whether you want to please yourself or please the viewer. I don't have that issue because I only ever please myself. I'm not looking for viewers. I'm not looking for a following, so I don't have to worry about that. But if you're looking for a following, if you want to monetize, etc., then obviously, you gotta think of your viewer base to some degree.
Yeah, Iron Sheep is saying IL2.
Funny enough, I imagined he might. Yeah, IL2, I'm still struggling to get the idea of that into my head, whether I would do it again or not, because I say I'd have to download and start again, and then that means all your settings,
Yeah.
unless there's somehow it's kept them. But I could never get on with it. I never felt it was intuitive. The way it works, the way you go through your menus and stuff, don't feel comfortable to me even, and I never felt good. Just a couple of times, okay. A couple of times I felt good flying, but the cockpit's not
Yeah.
totally clickable, is it? And all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. And some people would say that that's only a minor detail.
Yeah, but
Um,
another thing though is,
but it's all about the mappings, isn't it? And ease of accessing certain
Oh, yeah.
things. If you need to have a
Absolutely.
physical mapping for everything in the cockpit versus move your mouse. I mean, your mouse basically is your mapping for tens of controls,
of course,
and it's always in the same place. You know which button to click. Well,
Yep.
sometimes.
Yep.
Um,
But the other
yeah,
thing
so
other thing I found though with that, and it might be something that could be changed, and might be something I don't know. But when I land, it tends to throw your head forward. Now there might be a thing that you can turn off, or there might be a degree of in-flight head movement that you can turn off or reduce. I don't know. But that I found that most uncomfortable. That my head would get thrown forward, totally unrealistically.
yeah. Sheep was saying that IL2 for him is running better than War Thunder currently.
Blimey. That's a big surprise, because I find War Thunder is the one that runs best. Tonight, as last night, 2020 didn't only crash, it kind of crashed my machine as well. I had to restart my machine yesterday. Tonight, I didn't have to actually restart my machine, but it did knock out a few other things. So 2020 for me is a bit of a no-no, and it might be because of the Google Maps. Yeah, because I was flying over an area that was like populated from a city populated from Google Maps.
Right.
So you've got 3D buildings, and it's great for a while. It's as if a cache fills up or something, and then after a while
Right, okay.
it starts to judder and give big problems,
Right.
and the game crashed, completely. So. But I even tried it. I thought perhaps it's because I'm on my Spitfire, so I took up that little water plane, and it did the same with that basically. So that's kind of off the menu for a while, I think, for me, 2020, until try it again later on, see if it's been changed in some way so that I don't get that. Or maybe I don't know what's causing it, whether it's because the CPU can't handle it or because the GPU can't handle it. In which case, because I was told that the weakest link in my computer is the graphics card.
Yeah, that's quite possible. Yeah. Sheep was saying that Skane's completely written off War Thunder. That's how badly they've messed it up.
Oh dear.
Jeez.
Takes to VR, whereas we don't have that layer of complication.
Well, they've just done something on VR, haven't they? They've improved. Well, I say improved, but let's put it in quotes. They said on the latest update they've done stuff to sort things out on VR. Maybe he doesn't know that.
I've not even. No, I think he's run it. I've seen a few posts pop up in the rats for Discord. But I mean, I assume he would have tried the update. But
You never know.
apparently,
It was only today, wasn't it?
No, it came out yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday morning. Yeah.
I thought I went into War Thunder last night. Although, yeah, perhaps I did, but yeah, of course, not using VR.
I've already
I
updated.
wouldn't know.
Yeah. Apparently they've completely the patch notes might say one thing, but they've completely messed up things for VR users.
Oh, good grief. Oh, it's so sad, because it's an amazing game, isn't it? It really is. People, when I've been on forums and people moaning and groaning about it, and one of the things I would say about it is, look, it's free, and I find it difficult to say yes when it asks me if I really want to quit. It's that, you know, it is good, but there are things that are bad, there are things that are wrong. We just have to kind of bite the bullet if that's not too much of a problem.
See, hang on. It says if you're using the Oculus CV1, Sheep, is the CV1 the Rift S, or is it CV1 the one that predated the Rift S? So if you're using the CV1, it's okay. But the Valve Index, which is one of the most expensive on the market, the Oculus 2, and the HP Reverb, which is probably the third most expensive on the market, is totally unplayable.
Oh my god. Oh, well, I can understand. Definitely, I can
so
understand.
It's support for, yeah. So it's support for specific subsets of VR rather than VR.
Yeah.
It predates the right. So the CV1 is really old. If there's still people using the CV1, they're probably looking to change it as soon as possible because of the resolution of the more recent displays.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna. Can I jump completely jump subject for a second, because I've just noticed something. At the moment I've got Track AR frozen, so it's not following my head, and I've got my spit in view where I've just landed. Okay, sitting in the sun, lovely view. Something that I've realised, you were saying about in DCS, people were saying it doesn't move, like the weather and stuff doesn't move. The sun definitely does, because I was getting a big blur, a big glow on my actual bulletproof windscreen of the spit, so much that you couldn't see that area. But now it's moved round and it's on the side, the quarter light, so that the sun has definitely moved. Because I thought someone said that the shadow didn't change. Well, if the shadow
was saying that in theory the clouds are geostationary. Now, whether or not the position of the sun would affect where the cloud is projecting its shadow, I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, certainly, if War Thunder can have clouds moving, which it does,
yeah,
I would have thought.
Well, I don't think this is only up until the 2.7. The clouds you saw were completely different to the clouds that I saw. They weren't client side. So the biggest thing about the clouds in DCS now is they're synchronized between clients.
Oh, right, okay.
Because otherwise, in the middle of a dogfight, I could fly through clear space or clear air.
Yeah.
But for you, I'll be flying through a pond.
Yeah, so they have to be synchronized in that sense.
Yeah, so that was one thing. The clouds haven't been finished, and there are all sorts of different settings for the clouds. This was just like the first one that Warhawk suggested that might be all right. There are a number of different clouds with different varying quality levels and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I noticed when
I found when I'm on the ground, they're fine. If you get up at the same height as the clouds, then it looks like a picture of a 3D image. If you know what I mean, it's got like that. It's got a depth to it, but it's a flat depth. It's odd to describe.
Yeah, I didn't particularly notice that, but that's probably just because of me being not very observant. But what I did see was that one of the clouds was well, more than one, was sort of dancing a little bit. They were sort of bouncing around a little bit, which isn't quite what clouds do. Now, whether that's even to do with the game or to do with my graphics, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a bounce away from what you were talking about, but I had to mention it while I thought of it, because it's moved around further now. I can clearly see my windshield at the front, whereas I couldn't see it before because the reflection was like just a big glow, and now the big glow is smaller because of the angle, and it's on the left quarter light of the cockpit. So it is definitely.
Yes. So the sun moves. The sun moves for certain, but the clouds might not.
Yeah, okay. I thought they did when I was looking at it the other day, but it might depend on. Perhaps the idea will be to set up a mission that's got 40-mile-an-hour winds in it with clouds. See what happens.
It'd be
So
interesting to fly in as well.
maybe to fly in, not so much to land in. I don't know if you ever saw that program called what is it? Pilots, the ice pilots.
Oh, yes, yeah.
That was really good because they'd come in and they would be landing, really crabbing, and the controls. They've got like cameras watching them handling the yoke, they going wild to land in like a 40 knot crosswind.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's all. I won't say it's regular, but by no means unusual or that unusual. Amazing pilots. Right, so what now then?
Well, I'm just gonna sit in the MI8 and see if I can remember how to do anything. Probably not would be the answer to that. So I'll just fly around and do a little bit of shooty stuff. I fancy doing a little bit of a flight, maybe in a Mirage, which is going to annoy me. So it's only be a little bit of a flight.
Oh, I want to be awake for that.
I wonder if at some
Start with
time,
you,
maybe at some time, perhaps you could create a mission on a server that for the bomber mission, because that really was good fun. I mean, a lot of it is like just get up, accompany the bombers, and fly. And so that's not exciting. It's not necessarily viewer stuff, but it's good to do that because also you're weaving about trying to look for the 190s that you know are going to take off and try to attack your bombers. And on each occasion, I did actually. I engaged a 190. Certainly got the first one, but not immediately. I just got a thing later on saying that it had gone down, and on the second time I did that mission, a similar thing, but I couldn't see a notification of the kill at all. But it did say that it had gone down. But that was really quite a good fun thing. It's quite different, of course. And of course, you're all of a sudden you're engaging enemy aircraft that have come up to hit your bombers. So it's quite good fun.
Yeah.
Would that be
I'll
feasible
probably
to make a
join
mission like
at
that?
some point.
Awesome.
So sorry. Can you say again, Undead? Because I spoke over.
I know.
My apologies.
I was just saying to Lax, I might join DCS just now. I just need to do some prep. Ironically, my 190 in War Thunder for an event we're doing next weekend. So we're kind of spade and learn how the hell to fly this thing consistently.
This thing, what is it?
The 190 A8.
Okay.
It's a EC4 190.
Right. I think I might have it, but I don't know. I mean, how often do I do German? So yeah, maybe I haven't gone far enough to get one.
Maybe. This thing is not fun. That's all I can say. Not fun at all. So basically, in the event, from my understanding, because now it's like a custom battle that they're doing, so it's going to be tanks and planes all at the same time.
Excellent.
It's sort of like a recreation of D-Day, so to speak. So it's Nils, myself, and I think one other pilot, all in the 190s, versus a Lancaster bomber, a Typhoon, I think there's going to be a Spitfire, a P-51, and a P-47. So we're kind of heavily outnumbered already. Then, and that's the big thing, if we're able to clear the skies, we then have to help our tank, which is another mission by themselves, because I cannot fire rockets in sim.
Why?
I miss them all the time.
Oh,
cannot
you mean
aim
you're
them.
bad with rockets? Well, I
Yeah.
fully understand that. Jeez. Sometimes I will go out and I will amazingly squeeze my rocket trigger 3 times and I'll get 3 hits. Most times I go out and I'm likely to get 1 hit out of 3, or or very often none. So there is
Well,
something
we
about
were-
that. But they do warn you, don't they? They say when you fire rockets, fire off a few because they are notoriously inaccurate.
Well, the biggest problem is with the 190, you only get 2 rockets, and I think they fire at the exact same time, so you don't have that sort of trail to follow.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, well, yeah, the same when I've fired rockets in Hurricanes. They both
But-
go off at the same time.
We were looking at that whole, because then one nice thing about War Thunder is you get that whole damage thing, so you can take any shell and see how it would penetrate a certain tank. And we looked at the one, why do I want to say Churchill tank? I don't know, it was one of the low tier British tanks. And from what we see, no matter where you hit the tank, it should penetrate with these rockets. So if I could
Yeah.
at least get a hit somewhere, it should do alright.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that sounds good fun. Anyway, enjoy.
But we'll see how it goes. We're probably gonna die, but we'll see.
It's part of the job. But hopefully,
I
part of the
still
job
said 'cause-
eventually.
Yeah, 'cause I know they said something about whatchamacallit. They said that they're trying to make it as realistic as possible. But I mean, they're literally setting us up to die. I didn't realize they were going to make it that realistic for us being on the German side of D-Day.
Well, if it's realistic that you're going to die, that kind of is still okay. I used to fly with a bunch called Aviators of War, and they used to do that kind of thing where they'd set up a battle, and you took off in formation, you flew in formation, and there we were at 25,000 feet. You know, we don't do that in War Thunder normally, do we? So we're at 25,000 feet and we're diving down onto perhaps, some 109s or whatever, because we've managed to get to the right place. But that was all controlled. It was really, really good. Of course, we're all on Discord. Well, it wasn't Discord, it was the other one. Can't remember what it's called, but the other one. But so we're all talking to each other, which can also be confusing. But it was nicely organised and well done. It's nice to know that people, will do that, get it set up to try and make it reasonably realistic.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
did we
I
get?
think-
Go on.
No, you were saying? You go first.
I was just wondering how far we got as to what we're going to do tonight. But you got to say what you were going to say, or she'll forget. You
Okay, I
forgot.
might have already forgotten. Wait. Oh yeah. Well, I think the nice thing is because there's only, like, for example, on our team, there's only 3 pilots, and like it's me and Nils. Our team should do alright in terms of the air because, like, Nils and I mainly fly together in sim, so we kind of know each other's flying style. So we gotta kind of hope that pays as an advantage to us. But
Whichever.
we'll see.
I'm sure it'll be really good fun anyway. Either way. Is it one death?
Thankfully not. We different vehicles get different. From my understanding, we get 3 deaths as 190s.
Okay. When I was with
But-
the Aviators of War, you got one death, and then you had to get the name of a new pilot because we all had names that we were chosen, ideally of actual pilots in the war. And if you actually died, you had to then select a new pilot name because that pilot doesn't
that's
exist
cool.
anymore. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was that well done. It was really nice. They don't exist anymore, as far as I know. Aviators of War, I think it stopped, but it's a pity because it was well
Okay.
done. I had to stop because I could never seem to get to the takeoff time in time because you have to meet in the in the room, of course, in one of the easy speakeasy. What is it? Speak something. Can't remember what it is. Like Discord, but something speak. And I used to struggle to get there in time because it collided with eating times and things like that. So eventually I did what I felt was the right thing and resigned. But it was good. And some of the pictures that you get up there, because you're flying at like 20 odd thousand feet, and you've got all these contrails of aircraft in battle. It was really, really good.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
So, back to the other bit. Do we know what we're doing tonight? Was Laxor still there?
He's probably
Yeah, I was just. No, I was muted purely so that I could talk to the stream without disturbing your conversation.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was just trying to work through starting up the MI8, but apparently they've either changed something which has altered my startup procedure, or they have broken something with the startup procedure.
Right.
Because I've got red lights all over the place, and they shouldn't be there. They've never been there.
Okay. Sorry, can I jump another little aside, which is kind of important? You were just saying that you were speaking to your stream, so you were muted. Well, does that not mean, though, that I was jumping all over your stream by my chat?
That's okay.
No, but it was happening, though, yeah?
It's slightly lowered. Yeah, that you'll be coming out on my stream whilst you're talking, yeah. So there's so basically
Yeah, I don't know if there's a way that there's some way of preventing me from coming out, apart from if you deafen. You'd have to deafen, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, the option that I used to have, but I found it was a difficult thing to balance out, was to have my microphone set up as a ducking source for the Discord source. So when I speak, it drops down the Discord input.
Did you see the whoosh of what happened over my head then?
No, but
That all
then
went
I've
over
got,
my head. What you just said just whooshed over my head.
right, sorry. so that you, in Discord you can, if you've got multiple audio sources, you can set one of them to look at another, and then so if you've got your sliders set to -10 on the VU, and if we both talk now, our voices would come up to -10, for example, on the VU. What will happen is you can set the Discord entry to monitor your microphone, and when it catches an input from your microphone, it will cut the signal down by a percentage, or whatever you set it to, of the Discord source.
Okay.
So as soon as you speak, Discord all of a sudden drops 50% in volume, so that you guys can carry on talking. But when I talk, it sort of blows you all out.
Yeah, that's good. That sounds like something I half remember. But you know what? I find that 3 push to talks and 1 push to listen is enough to deal with.
The ducking chain, the ducking source doesn't actually. You don't actually have to do anything for that. But what I found is it is a very difficult thing to balance.
Yeah, I can
because
believe
sometimes you want to chat to the stream like a very quick, this, that, the other, but at the same time retain the volume of whoever was speaking on Discord. Predominantly, that mostly came to effect when I did the Swordfish event, because I wanted to do a quick. Yeah, we're doing this, but if Wingerling or anyone else spoke at that point, then it cut it down. So when I was trying to edit it, I was having to really push up levels and play with the levels to try and regain the volume of the people that were speaking in Discord because me talking to chat was just, it's out of character if you want, whereas the stuff that Wingerling was doing was sensitive to the mission.
But by convention, perhaps what we should do for our purposes, and I know this is not of little interest to the listeners and viewers, but what we should do perhaps is say, I'm going to talk to my stream, and then like if you say I'm going to talk to my stream, I'll try to keep my transmissions to a minimum.
Yeah, I mean, probably the deafen thing would work the best, but that can be awkward if it's like we're having a conversation, but then someone in chat would say hi or do a raid, and I quickly need to respond.
Yeah.
When in some cases I can process just about speaking to chat and listening to someone else. As long as the
And,
conversation isn't too complicated, I can process both.
and of course, when you're deafened, you lose the plot of what's happening in the battle.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So,
Um,
can I go back again once more? Do we know what we're doing tonight?
Oh, I've just jumped
well,
into DCS for a bit. I'm busy loading
okay,
in now.
awesome.
Okay, so you're in the mission, your normal mission on the server. So I'm going to go. At the moment, I'm just sitting looking at my lovely Spitfire, which is no longer glowing on the side, on the quarter light window, as much as it was. So definitely the sun has moved around. I'll join you in the server.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just trying to remember how on earth to turn this thing. I'm going to give it one more chance, and if it still doesn't work, I
Mirage.
can only assume. Yeah, I'll get annoyed in that
Yeah.
one instead. Because
So,
you need to be efficient. If you're going to get annoyed at stuff, you need to get annoyed at as much as possible. It's a bit like the unholy trinity, isn't it? Why annoy yourself in one game when you can annoy yourself in 3?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there's another server, if ever you want to do it at some time, called Storm of War, which is historically based missions, and I think that's all right. The only thing with it is it's difficult to work out who's doing what and why, but it's that's not bad. Right, I'm going to come into Lagland. In case I missed anything, I just went AFK very briefly.
Okay.
I'm gradually getting into the server, but it seems to be taking. Hang on a minute. It's taking more than a long time. The bar. Oh, it's all right. As I speak, the bar at the bottom has started moving, but it wasn't just now. Wow, that was quick. I've just gone into my oh yeah, I've just gone
Hmm.
into my spit and 109 and not ME or not BF 109 but 109 the parking bay or the flight number, and it was in an instant. It was in way quicker than it's taken me to explain it.
So you're sitting in a 109 though?
No, no, I'm sitting in flight number 109.
Oh, sorry. Right, okay.
Oh, hang on, it's dropped track IR. Oh, damn it, I've got to go out and come back in again.
No, I said it was going to be easy.
Yeah. Oh, no, hang on. Did hold on. No, I was hoping that
It was
I'd
paused. You said it was
switched it
paused.
off and switched it on again.
Yeah, you said it was paused earlier, didn't you?
No,
It
track
paused
IR
track IR.
is not. No, I mean, no, I did have track IR paused, but I haven't now.
Right, okay.
No, it's just not like the right hand LED on the camera is not up, so it's not seeing the game. I've got to go out and come back in again. 2TFN. Whereabouts, Laxor, Mosdock?
I'm currently at Mosdock, yeah. I've finally got this thing started correctly.
Okay. It's a bumpy old ride on the track I are at the moment, I'll tell you that. But it is still, my activity light is still sort of pumping away now.
I don't think I'm going to be trying any hovering around you this time. Not in this particular helicopter. This feels very different from the last time I flew. I'm also losing frames. That's changed. Oh, my auxiliary power light is come back on. I'm not sure if that's correct. Oh, I've lost power.
Lost power to the aircraft.
Yeah, something's changed. My generators have switched off. Again, they were on. My auxiliary stuff has come on. It says I've got a fire. I haven't.
It's not something like double mappings, is it, or something?
No, it's the... Everything is set as it was. It's just that all of a sudden all the systems are reporting errors. So I think they've broken the MIA.
Wait, you're in a helicopter that's lost power?
What? No, the systems in the helicopter are claiming things are going on that aren't. It says I'm messing up. I'm not.
You sure you're not on a lunar landing?
Well, the way I'm flying, it feels floaty enough for it. It says I've got a fire on, well, my entire aircraft. It says my auxiliary... It says my auxiliary systems are on, which is wrong. Interestingly, I am losing handfuls of frames. I can't remember what key combination it is to bring up the frame rate counter in DCS, so...
no, I can't either. Alt Z
it's something
will do
like
it.
control. No, that's for NVIDIA. I'm my stream is fine. I'm just losing frames in the game.
It's not Alt E, is it? Or, no.
It's very odd. I might switch to a different helicopter.
Okay.
can confirm that the Huey is flying considerably better than the MI8, in as much as it is flying and it's not falling out of the air.
Well, that's good.
Good
Did
start.
you get up in the end? I still see a bit of frame loss when I'm looking around. I assume you got up in the air, Bill?
I'm up. What? I thought just for a change I'd go to the capture point.
Yeah.
So that's the one in what? MP75-ish?
Yeah, sort of that. I need to bring up the map, hang on. I'm gonna... That's lucky. So I'm hovering at about whatever altitude I'm hovering at. Well, skimming. So looking at the map is precarious at best. Yeah, MP76.
Okay. Just I'm headed that way, but I'm not seeing a circle. I thought the capture
you
point
won't.
showed a circle.
No, you won't. The capture point is not displayed on the map, unfortunately. And it also might not be running currently. So, oh yeah, it is running.
I'm
Okay, so
seeing
you're
a
inside the
vehicle.
zone now. Yeah.
Oh, we've won the zone.
Right.
That was easy.
Yeah, it's because I've got it set to a 5-second timer. But you'll notice, and be careful, that you'll get quite a number of troops, units spawn down there, and some of them are quite vicious.
Okay.
There are some blue... Oh no, actually you're safe distance away, they're to your northeast.
Yeah. Okay, I've seen some units I can attack. I'll probably get shot to bits now.
I may or may not have run out of fuel.
May
Where
or
are
may
you
not
trying to
have
get
what?
from...
Fuel.
Where the prop? Close your radiators. Get some altitude. I'm getting a lot of... I need to work out what that key combination was.
If I could stay in the air, I might just make it. Wait. Have I run out of fuel? You can't run out of fuel. Why my
Oops.
engines fail?
I made some
Bingo,
smoke
apparently.
arrows.
Ooh, bingo fuel is apparently 4,000. I'm at 300. Great.
Undead, I can't remember. Are you keyboard and mouse or stick nowadays?
Xbox controller.
Oh,
Or
right,
DCS.
okay. Yeah.
Oh, but I think I might just be on the runway. That might work. Lex, you're at Mozdok, right?
I am. I'm flying around. I'm still trying to work out what the mapping is for that screen for the frame rate. So I'm in and out of. Well, I'm fluctuating in my direction.
I feel as though it's an
you
E.
You might soon see an emergency landing up at your 14.
Okay.
Don't worry, they're undead, because I'm watching you.
Wow.
No
Thank you.
pressure. I've got no sound, strangely. Why am I not hearing you?
It's because my engines are completely off. So that might.
Oh,
be-
that's
I
what
don't
you
know.
were saying. Yeah. Sorry, I
Yeah.
lost the plot for a second.
Right control pause if anyone is interested. It brings up your frame rate counter,
Uh-huh.
which is
Right,
just about
control
every
pause.
button.
Yeah, you see, I said it was something to do with E,
There you go.
didn't I? Because pause has got an E.
Oh,
in it.
great! Now I've got guys shooting at me. Good lord.
Yeah, I saw
Watch
some
out, there's people that shoot at you.
Yeah. They clearly did not like my attempt at landing.
Oh no, you got